Do not crawl with the chickens when you were born to soar. Wow, right? I mean, what a phenomenal, uncompromising thought from our source material today. It's basically a direct challenge to all of us, to stop living this ordinary, constantly distracted life and actually step into a mindset of absolute mastery.
Welcome to today's explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this. Today, we're exploring the eagle. But listen, we aren't just looking at the biological bird here. We're dissecting it as a living, breathing philosophy. I mean, for centuries, kings, historic empires, and entire nations have adopted the eagle as their symbol. And today, we're going to unpack exactly why that is.
Let's ground ourselves right off the bat with what we're actually talking about here. The eagle mentality is not just some vague, feel-good motivational myth. It is a living discipline. It requires us to master keen vision, fearless action, and continuous renewal to achieve extraordinary excellence. It's a highly practical, actionable framework that you and I can literally learn to master in our everyday lives.
To truly grasp this framework, we need to break it down. Phase 1 is the mindset, vision, and decisive action. This is all about mastering our internal world and exactly how we see our surroundings. Just wrap your head around this number for a second. 8 times. An eagle's eyesight is up to 8 times sharper than a human's. To put that into perspective, our sources point out that an eagle can spot its prey from nearly 3 miles away. That's like spotting a rabbit moving in tall grass from the very top of a skyscraper. Absolutely wild. So the crucial point is how this applies to us. Let's be honest, most people kind of live life completely blurry, right? We're constantly distracted by the noise, chasing absolutely everything but seeing nothing clearly. The eagle demands that you fix your eyes on your purpose, block out the distractions, and stay locked on your target until it is yours. Because true power, it belongs to the one who sees further. And hey, once that vision is locked, the execution is relentless. Check this out. An eagle can dive at 150 miles per hour. When it strikes its prey, it does so with deadly precision and absolutely zero hesitation. It doesn't second-guess itself, it just goes. The contrast here is incredibly stark. Think about it. As ordinary humans, how often do we just circle endlessly in fear of failure? We overthink, we hesitate, we wait for the perfect moment. But the eagle mentality means striking with boldness and decisive action, because opportunities simply do not wait for the hesitant. Taking action at the exact right moment, that's the difference between going hungry and absolute triumph. Moving right along to phase 2, the connections, balance, and unwavering commitment. Now, what's really fascinating here is the nuanced, almost paradoxical social nature of this incredible predator. Consider this duality. On the one hand, the eagle is a solitary ruler. It hunts with unmatched skill, guards its territory independently, and it needs absolutely no flock to survive. It thinks, creates, and acts with total courage on its own. Yet on the other hand, it knows exactly when to join forces. It mates for life. These birds build massive nests with their partners, and they nurture and share the responsibility of their young. The application for us here is huge. True excellence requires knowing exactly when to fly solo and when to join forces. In our modern world, so many people lean way too far one way or the other. Some cling to others and never grow, while others just isolate entirely. But the eagle reminds us, independence makes you strong, for sure, but cooperation, that makes you complete. And that cooperation, well, it's built on rock-solid commitment. Eagles are fiercely dedicated to feeding and training their eaglets until they can fly on their own. Compare that to the ordinary human tendency, where we might abandon responsibility when things get tough. The eagle mentality actively challenges you to honor your commitments to your family, your craft, and your word. It's really about rebuilding this rare foundation of greatness in our own lives. Which brings us to phase 3, the crucible, resilience and painful renewal. Now we're getting into the eagle's most famous, most awe-inspiring quality. When storms rise, small birds hide. And honestly, ordinary humans kind of do the same thing. We hide from storms, hardships, failures, betrayals. But the eagle flies straight into the storm.
It actually uses those violent winds of adversity to lift itself higher above the clouds. Think about that for a second. Your storms are not meant to destroy you, they are literally meant to elevate you. And that resilience is tested over a really long period. An eagle can live and dominate in the wild for up to 30 years. But there's a deeper, much harsher truth here. Halfway through its life, the eagle faces a pretty terrifying midlife crisis. Its beak dulls, its feathers grow dangerously heavy, and its claws weaken. Basically, to survive, it has to undergo a radical transformation. Just walk through this brutal sequential process with me. First, it retreats high into the mountains. Then, it physically breaks off its own old beak. Once a new one grows in, it uses that new beak to tear out its weak claws. Then, it plucks out its own heavy feathers. And finally, it waits. It just sits there in painful vulnerability, waiting for its rebirth. This agonizing shedding is literally the only way it survives.
And this brilliantly illustrates a core human truth. Sometimes, to continue moving forward, we have to let go of what no longer serves us. Old habits, old ways of thinking, even old identities. Look, renewal is deeply painful, no doubt about it. But without it, there is no longevity. True strength requires the absolute courage to painfully transform and just shed your old self.
And that brings us to phase 4, the result, the presence of a leader. Let's look at the ultimate payoff of mastering all these traits. It's no coincidence that nations and empires throughout human history, from Rome to America, from Egypt to Albania, have chosen the eagle as their emblem. Why? Because when an eagle soars, everything beneath it seems small. Its very presence commands immediate respect. It's basically the purest image of courage, vision, and authority we have.
Ordinary leadership usually relies pretty heavily on titles, on crowns, on demanding authority from others. But eagle leadership is entirely different. It's all about presence. It's about the way you carry yourself. When you actually develop this mentality, people will feel your presence and your authority before you even speak a single word. So let's bring all of this together to construct our final framework, the eagle discipline. See with absolute clarity. Strike with decisive courage. Stand in true independence. Rise right through the storms. Commit with deep loyalty. And when the time comes, renew yourself with strength. This right here is the exact blueprint of how the ordinary human becomes truly extraordinary.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question based on everything we've looked at today. Will you continue to act like the small birds hiding from the storms and hardships of life? Or are you finally ready to use those violent winds of adversity to soar? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me on today's Explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.